Hi, my name is Danny Hayes. I get contacted by a lot of people and they ask me for advice. They ask me for advice on mental health issues. They ask me for advice on financial issues. I get DM'd on Instagram, on Facebook, and generally I don't respond. There's a number of reasons why I don't respond. One is I don't want to give the wrong advice. Primarily, the main reason is that I'm really busy. I run a number of real estate agencies. I'm trying to motovlog full time. I have 2 kids that I make sure that I'm part of their lives. I have a new girlfriend, I have a dog, and I have hobbies. I train every day, and my life is very busy. It's busy, but I live a great life. I'm going to give you 11 life hacks. This is stuff that I do. This is really key to how I live my life. As you get older, I think you change. Success for everybody is defined differently. People think that money, if you make a lot of money, you're successful. It's just so not true. It's not true. Money does not bring happiness. It brings you, make life less stressful. It may give you more options. You might be able to send your kids to private school. You might be able to fly business class, but essentially, in my viewpoint, money does not bring happiness. I just want to sort that out. And secondly, I just want to say that this is a bit of my life that I'm sharing with you. Me and David and some of the other people at Colin, we have a lot of fun with $1 Million Bogan, but essentially I am a businessman. $1 Million Bogan is a passionate outlet and creative outlet for me, but ultimately my life has been about trying to be a good dad, be a good businessman, and make money, make a profit. But I'm going to give you 11 of my best hacks. I'm going to share a bit of intimate knowledge about my life with you, and this is legitimate. These hacks have changed my life. That's a fact. This is stuff I do. It's not stuff that someone else does that I'm parroting off. I actually do this stuff. Here we go. Number one. The number one most important thing I do is I have a therapist and I've been seeing him for 14 years, nearly every fortnight. It's an objective viewpoint. I pay him for advice and I share my stuff with him. Whether I'm getting divorced, I've been a busted up guy when I got divorced, whether I'm entering a new relationship, whether I'm going to open up a new office, what I'm doing, how I'm feeling. It's someone that I trust their judgment. They are a specialist. It's not a friend. It's none of that. It's someone that I go and see and I can get advice from. And what I do is I actually implement that into my life. It's a sounding board. Number 2, before you diagnose yourself with about 7 different mental health disorders, if you're just eating shit, then you've got no right to diagnose yourself. You need to look after yourself. Your health should be paramount. I buried a friend of mine 5 years ago, John. He used to be in the vlog. He used to pick me up in the Ferrari and in the Maserati. His health failed at 51. I've just turned 50. So for me, health is paramount. I've got a bottle of spring water here. I don't drink any sugary drinks at all. I don't eat a lot of meat. I have soy milk and I drink soy milk on the best medical advice. And I can't go into that, but I do. And so what? It's my life, And, as a result of it, I'm at my key weight, which is 70 kilos, and I'm stable on that. I'm not on a diet. It's just a way of life of living. I also exercise 5 to 6 times a week, somewhere between 30 and 45 minutes. So life hack number 3, you have to help yourself. No one's going to do it for you. The hand of God isn't going to come down and pick you up and say, oh, poor little Danny, we're going to give you $250,000 to start that business. It ain't going to happen. You've got to help yourself. People whinge and whine, and it's human nature to blame. You've got to actually look inside. The answers are all here. It's not your wife's fault or your boyfriend's fault or your boss's fault. It's your fault. Look in the mirror. That's where your answers are. Stop blaming. When you make mistakes, say sorry to people. Don't burn friendships that you've had for 20 or 30 years over on a whim. Hack number 4, you have to remember that success, people say, this guy rang me this morning, said he wants to be successful. What are the key things? It's with respect to him, it's an open-ended statement. Success is different to everybody. But I'll tell you this, if you think getting a Ferrari will make you feel happy, if you think getting that girl of your dreams will make you happy, you're delusional. It won't. It's actually the pursuit in getting the Ferrari. It's the pursuit of getting the career. It's the pursuit of marrying that gorgeous woman that you want to be with for the rest of your life. It's the journey along the way that's where the happiness is. All those emotions, the fears, the anxieties, the moments of joy and madness, it's the pursuit. When I got my Ferrari, when I've been with particular people, when I've done amazing things, like when I got to the Bolivian death road, I didn't feel this overwhelming moment of joy. It was the planning and getting there that I look back in hindsight, that's where I was free. It wasn't actually doing it. I can look back and feel proud of that moment, but it's really the pursuit. there's always an anticlimax. Number 5, you've got to get comfortable with being uncomfortable, okay? What that means is there's no growth in comfortability, okay? You've got to live outside your comfort zone. I actually live outside my comfort zone. I'm rarely ever comfortable. I find it boring. I need to be challenged. I like to get my adrenaline pumping. It releases endorphins, which is a natural feel-good chemical from your brain. I don't do drugs, I don't drink alcohol, so for me to feel good a lot of the time, exercise or doing something that a calculated risk. So there's no change without uncomfortability. Change is tough. I mean, try and change an old habit, it's really, really hard. I didn't fly for 10 years. From the ages of 19 to 30, I didn't fly on an aeroplane because at 19 I had a massive panic attack on an aeroplane. Many years ago, and they actually sat me in a jump seat mid-flight. I sat behind the captain and I landed the plane. I didn't land the plane, but I was sitting in the jump seat and I was so terrified I said I'd never fly again. At the age of 30, I flew again, and I took my kids to Fiji. What I used to do was I used to watch YouTube clips at night time and put a towel over the screen with my head and watch takeoffs and landings. So it was like I was there, and it was terrifying. My heart would race. I was in my, and I did this for a long time, for years, and I vowed I'd never ever fly again. It was unnatural to fly at 900 kilometers an hour in an aluminium tube. I was so scared. My kids will confirm this. And I was prescribed Xanax, and I would take a lot of Xanax, and I flew to Fiji, and eventually over the years at 30, I finally flew, and I was medicated. I'm now 50. I fly all the time, and I fly long haul a lot. I don't take any drugs whatsoever. What's happened is over a period of time, just by doing it and doing it and doing it and doing it and doing it, I'm now comfortable flying. I'm comfortable in business class because there's a bed, I'm just being honest. But, if I fly, nationally, I just fly economy. But if I fly internationally, I'm flying to Los Angeles in a couple of weeks to do Sturgis. I have a little bit of anxiety, but I'm flying Qantas, I'm flying on a new aircraft. There's many variables. I've done my research and I've learnt just by doing it and doing it and doing it and doing it. It's like if you're scared of swimming, jump in the water, jump in the water, jump in the water. The day will come where you don't fear jumping in the water. That is living outside your comfort zone. That is how you grow. That is how you change. There's no other way to do it. You got to go through the pain. Number 6, stop whinging about your life. People whinge and whine and blame. Whinge, whine and blame. If you're unhappy with your marriage, get out of it. If you hate your boss, leave the job. Get better educated. Go back to university. Go back to school. Do something you love. Do something that you're passionate about. Biggest mistake people make is that they think they have time. Like it's quick. Like, what are you waiting for? You have a 1 in 400 trillion chance of being born, and you were born. Like, what are you waiting for? What, the right moment? Don't tell people what you're going to do, because all they're going to do is put you down. Don't do it, it's the wrong time. Don't do it, you're crazy. The housing market's bad. The economy's bad. We're about to go into recession. It's all blah, 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 blah. Stop blaming, take responsibility, and do what you want to do. You got to go for it. The time will never be perfect. You've just got to do it. Stop whinging and whining and make the change. Number 7. Get educated. Become smarter. The smartest person in the room doesn't have to speak. You don't have to tell everybody how smart you are. I'm going to university for the first time. I've never been to university before. I'm terrified. I'm terrified of embarrassing myself. My course starts in 6 months' time, and it's a degree. My Ferrari has the number plate to year 10, and that's the level of school I completed. I haven't been back to school since then. I have a diploma in real estate, so I'm preparing myself to succeed. Danny's politics book here, Danny's word book here. I'm increasing my vocabulary, and I learn a little bit every day, about an hour. I've started reading books. This is my 3rd book, but I'm currently reading Animal Liberation. I'm forcing myself to become smarter. My brain is opening up and I'm learning. It's a great thing. I feel really good about myself. It's really important. Ultimately, knowledge is power. I'm doing that at the moment. I'm about to walk through some fear. I'm scared about going to university. I'm scared of embarrassing myself. So I'm mitigating the chances of looking like an idiot, and I'm starting to learn. Before I go 6 months out, I'm trying to increase my memory, increase my vocabulary, learn as much as I can about the topic, about the degree that Number 8, fear. It runs people's lives. It truly does. It stops people from flying. I know I touched on it before, but just to touch on it again. Fear is just part of being a human being, and it's a natural instinct that we all have. Change is inevitable. The society we live in is changing all the time. But extinction is forever. If you don't change, you'll be left behind. I try and change. I try and move with the times. Otherwise, I'm going to be left angry, full of resentment and bitter. And that's why you see old people when they're 70, 80 and 90 and they're really bitter and they're really negative. It's because their teapot It's only half full. Could have, would have, should have, but they didn't. And so they're angry and they blame and they're full of resentment. And I don't want to be that way. Fear, take chances, roll the dice, play in the major leagues, get out of the minors. Number 9, friends. How do you know a true friend? They'll notice when you're silent. Most people have got 1 or 2 true friends, maybe 3 in their lives. The rest of the people, it's what I call a transactional relationship. There's give and take on both sides, but a true friend is someone that cares about you and wants nothing in return. It's an unconditional relationship, which is very rare. Most relationships are based on conditions. Choose your friends carefully. Number 10, you want to know where you're at in life. Like, where do I stand? Have a look at the people you're hanging around with. If you are a millionaire, I guarantee you, your friendship circle, your close friendship circle, are all successful people with a good financial standing. If you are a motovlogger and want to be the best motovlogger on the planet, it would be wise to get to know other motovloggers that are better than you. If you want to have a PhD in history, you need to be hanging around historians and they need to be part of your friendship group. That it might be transactional, but part of your friendship group. That's not rocket science. That's just being smart. If all your friends are drug dealers, you're going to end up dealing drugs. You know what I'm saying? It's just what happens. If you want to be smarter, hang around smart people. And I'll tell you what happens. You either become smarter, you either become richer, or you leave that group of people because it becomes too uncomfortable for you. It's uncomfortable to become fucking successful. I kid you not. And finally, number 11, do not compare yourself to anybody else. You can't. Okay, Einstein said, if a fish was to judge itself by how it climbed a tree, it would believe its entire life that it was stupid. You can't compare yourself to anybody else. We're all uniquely different. And to end it on point 11, you have to be prepared to die to win. You have to be prepared to die to fucking be the best. And I say that metaphorically. You don't have to physically die, but part of you has to die to change to be better. It's just the way it is. It's just basic psychology. Guys, I hope that's answered some questions. I haven't done this little vlog to say that I'm a hero. My life is not perfect, let me assure you. But I'm trying to be better. I'm trying to better myself all the time. I don't share this stuff in vlogs. For me, motovlogging is an outlet. It's a creative outlet where I can be self-deprecating, so where I can take the piss out of myself, if you don't know what that means, and have some fun and have a few laughs. Thanks for watching the channel. I hope this has helped some people. The buck stops with yourself. Get a mirror, have a good look in it, and let the change begin.